Okay, we're up to stage 4, which is transitioning. Transitioning is getting you from from a project or product or project to a business. So now we're going to start the commercial process. We've already talked about the transition audit that gets you into there, and I've talked a little bit about some of the transition or the transition process, which includes not wearing the same hat, getting other people to do their job, having a team, having a skill set, and it could be contracting a lot of the skills out while you don't need them full time right now. So all of that comes into this. You've got to make sure that you've got all the skills locked away, but they're not necessarily your skills. You now have to lock away other projects because everything you do in R&D is going to be costed. And if you're working on other people's projects, it's very hard to cost it. And then you could create problems with the commercial side of it when they look backwards and say, well, you're working on that other project and we're paying you for this. What's going on? Should we have some of that project as well? And it can create conflict. So on the other side of it, you might say, okay, Mondays and Tuesdays are for this company and I'll work on others. And I might be able to swap a half day when you need to do something urgent, and that's fine. In the case like that, it works a lot better. So you've now you're transitioning your project into a company. You've registered a company, you're trading it. It could be that all you're doing for that 6 months or 12 months is, first off, you're registering a patent, a provisional patent, and that gives you the right, in 12 months time, you've got money now, 12 months time, you're going to convert that to a full patent in the countries you're going to nominate. But in the meantime, you need to know that it's going to have the cash flow to pay for that when the time comes. So if you haven't got cash flow now, and you haven't got cash flow in 12 months, you're going to lose your patent. So you've got to be absolutely confident you've raised enough money to get you, and you have enough time and skills to get you from where you are now to a cash flow positive situation, not a profitable situation, but enough cash flow to pay for what's coming in, all the bills that are coming in within a 12-month period. Within 11 months, we try and do it within 11 because that provisional patent takes a little bit of time too. Okay, so the transition is pretty easy if you have a disciplined attitude to it, and you also need a checklist to make sure you can pop everything across. Now, in a case like that, we do have a checklist, and you can write to me and get that. So Daniel@incubateip.com, that's INCUB, the number 8, IP.com, and you can also go into our Kickstarting Inventions in LinkedIn, our special interest group where you can register, cost you nothing. It's a private members group, but you can come in there. We've got 1,200 inventors in there who are sharing information with each other, and you can feel free to do that, but you can also ask for some of these templates and you'll get those for downloads. Okay, anything else you need if you haven't raised your money, then and you want to go back and get a refresher on that, there's a 45-minute webinar that's available on 100dayschallenge.com. So it's all about capital raising up to $2 million, which is our cornerstone investor model, and that'll get you what you need right through to the commercial process. So at that point there, we'll show you how to partner up with the right person that will ease this into the market very quickly. Okay, so transitioning is a little bit easier than most. You just have to have an eye on it. You have to also know what won't fly, such as you wearing all the hats. You have to make sure that you've got a specific role, and all the other roles, which are skilled roles now, are with someone else. Okay, well, we'll see you on the next one, which is the big one, scaling.